Well, who knew that installing about 6 Call of Duties would be so tedious? So, welcome back everyone. Yep, that is right. Now, before I get into this review, I do have a few things to say about some future projects. First of all, I think this is going to be the final anime review I do on this channel, as I feel like I should be doing them on my second channel, trying to kind of put more content on that one, and considering I'm already doing music reviews on this channel as well as gaming reviews, I feel like it was best to do that. And of course, the second one is that this is just going to be a review of Railgun and not Index. I didn't realize Index had 3 seasons when I was thinking about this project, and I want to get this video out. And considering I'm not the biggest fan of Index, I just feel like I should just review this one and just call it a day. And of course, finally, I do have plans on doing a Call of Duty video. I don't know when that one's going to come out, but it should be out sometime. So, let's take a look at this anime. And sorry for the long intro. Well, a certain scientific railgun revolves around 4 characters: Irihara, Kuroko, Makoto, and Saten. All 4 of them are, of course, attend Academy City, and Makoto and Kuroko have a special ability. Kuroko can teleport, while Makoto can control electricity. This one is, of course, a spinoff of a magical Index, and often crossed paths with that one. And of course, as of now, it has 3 seasons, all of which I'm going to be giving my general thoughts on. So, for those who are worried about spoilers, this review is going to be very light on spoilers, but if you want to go in 100% blind, I would just watch this series. So, of course, let's take a look at it. Season 1 pretty much just the majority of it just feels like a slice of life show. It just kind of feels like a lot of what's going on really is just kind of, I don't know, it just feels extremely episodic. Like, there's a storyline about urban legends and stuff, but it doesn't really feel like it has too much of an impact on the season. So, it makes it pretty enjoyable as someone who was getting more into the series. Because season 1 just mainly feels like it's mainly just introducing the characters, but season 2 is where it really picks up, in my opinion. The primary storyline for this one focuses on clones of Makoto and her efforts in saving them. It's actually a really interesting season. I really did like the antagonists of this one, and it feels like they gave the other characters a bit more screen time, which is appreciated. Another thing I really didn't like was they kind of fleshed out some of the antagonists in this one, although it is a shame that they kind of dropped them after this season. And of course, focusing on season 3, which is the current season, pretty much what they do this time is that all of Makoto's friends kind of forget who she is, so she has to rely on other people to help them remember. They're eventually able to remember her, and that's pretty much like a majority of the third season. There are a few other plot lines, I think, in season 2 and 3, but these were the ones I felt were the primary ones. So, I guess one of my thoughts on the characters, story, and do I recommend it? Well, I really like all the characters. All 4 of these characters are pretty likable, and it's always fun to see them in the series. I tried getting into Index's characters, but honestly, I kind of found a lot of Index's characters to be kind of boring. which I probably would have still felt that had I seen that one first. So, onwards to the story. I think the story for Railgun is certainly really good. It's definitely better than the first season of Index. Maybe the other two seasons are better, but considering from what I've seen so far, I'm not really holding my breath. As for if I would recommend it, if you're a fan of sci-fi, if you're a fan of elements of sci-fi and action, and of course like anime with bits of slice of life, I feel like this one would be right up your alley. Of course, if you've seen Index and not Railgun, I would definitely recommend this one still. And if you're a fan of this one, I would definitely recommend Index if you haven't seen it. Might not be my favorite, but there are elements of that one that were pretty good. And to be honest, I hope that this show continues. I would love to see a fourth season, but so far, no news has really been said. Of course, the third season did drop in 2020 after all, so they'll probably wait a few years to drop another one. But other than that, I don't really have much else to say about this one. It was a thrill to get to review this one, and more likely, this is going to be the final review on this channel as they are being moved to my second channel. But as the final anime that I reviewed on this channel, I gotta say, this is certainly an interesting one to review. And I feel like ends these reviews on a very high note. But I'll of course be back next time with a new video. So, of course, goodbye everyone.